Hi mga kabiners! Welcome back sa aking YouTube channel. And for today's video, matagal-tagal ko na rin itong gustong gawin sa mga naging previous vlogs ko nung simulang na-implement itong e-travel na to. Pero nakakalimutan ko mag-shoot kasi nakapag-register na ako or na-submit ko na bago ko pa maisip na ay, hindi ko pa pala na-vlog. So ngayon, hindi muna ako nag-register. So minake sure ko na hindi talaga ako mag-register para ma-vlog ko sa inyo and ma-share ko sa inyo, lalo na kung first timer kang aalis ng bansa. And sige, hindi ko na patatagalin pa. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell para updated ka sa mga next travel vlogs or anything about travel that I can share. Okay guys, so based sa title ng vlog na ito, magkakaroon tayo ng e-travel guide vlog for today para sa mga first timer dyan or dun sa mga nagta-travel na pero nalilito pa rin kung ano nga bang gagawin nila sa e-travel. So ito ang naisip kong paraan para i-share sa inyo. Bago tayo mag-start pala guys, so just to a brief background. So nung nag-start ako mag-travel, naabutan ko pa yung departure card, which is yung papel, tapos manual mo isusulat yung details mo. And after nun, pagkaharap na sa immigration officer, yun yung iaabot mo sa kanya. Pero nung nag-2022 Malaysia travel ako, optional yung departure card, pero highly suggest nila na mag-e-travel na that year. And then nung nag-2023 Taiwan kami, wala nang departure card sa airport, e-travel na talaga yung nire-require nila. So I'm not quite sure if that was implemented fully ng 2023, latter part ng 2023, kasi after nung Taiwan natin, wala naman akong sumunod na travel. Ay, hindi, meron pala. Yung Hong Kong namin, yes, nag-July, no, 2023 July, so nag-e-travel na rin kami noon. So wala nang departure card that month nung nag-travel kami ng Hong Kong. Okay? So, ayan, let's start. So, two ways para makapag-register ka sa e-travel. It's either punta ka sa browser nila, punta ka sa etravel.gov.ph. Ayan. And, ayan, tingnan nyo, nire-recommend na dito na you can download it sa Play Store and App Store. But you can click here daw to sign in. So, ayan, click mo lang yung green icon. And, ayan. So, you have to register if you're first time na ma-access itong e-travel website. So this is the first way, okay? So the second way is doon sa app mismo nila. Ayan. So same screen lang naman, lalogin ka or magre-register. Okay? Alright. So if you are first time na mag-access, by the way, this time guys, doon tayo magfo-focus sa app na lang mismo kasi mas madali doon. Okay? Kaysa mag-website ka pa. Sa app mismo kasi, mariretain niya yung records mo. And I believe you can use some of the features na rin ng egov.ph app dito sa Pilipinas. Okay? So ngayon, if you're first time na mag-download ng egov.ph app, you will be landed sa kanilang registration screen. Okay? Which is yan, i-ask kang i-enter yung mobile number mo, Philippine number, or you can use an email instead. Just click the tick box there. Okay? And since I am already logged in, and by the way, madali lang naman yan. So, enter mo lang yung number mo, OTP, and then yung basic details, and then that's it. Okay? So, since ako, member na ako, nakapag-login na ako, so dito ako sa baba, sa already a member, and then tap ko lang yung login here. Ayan. So, if ever naka-login ka na or naka-register ka na, so wait lang, lagay ko lang yung number ko. Okay, after mo enter yung number mo, magiging clickable yung login. So, click mo lang yung login. And there, nag-ask ng OTP. So, wait lang. Mag-wait lang ako ng OTP. And ayun guys, so after ko maglagay ng OTP, meron ditong option if Face ID enabled yung mga devices nyo, if hindi naman hindi ito lalabas. Okay, so ako, in-enable ko yung Face ID login para mas madaling mag-login. Disabled daw. Weird. Okay. Pero nakakita nyo diba naka-green? Pero, yep, let me just enter my PIN. And there you go. I'm already logged in to the egov.ph app. So, ito yung makikita nyo sa loob ng eGov, guys. So, yung mga government agencies natin. And then, may news dyan, articles, history, ng mga account history mo. And then, the account itself. Okay? So, binablur ko yung mga personal information ko for my privacy naman, guys. Okay? So, ayan. So, meron ditong travel option. Ayan. So, itap nyo lang yung travel option. Okay. And then, merong lalabas na ganitong prompt. Merong update passport option or yes option. And then, wag nyo kalimutan basahin yung mga questions na mga pop-up kasi alam natin yung iba sa atin, just click lang ng click. Hindi binabasa kung ano yung prompt. And kaya nabibiktima ng scam. So, ang question is your passport up to date? Yes, updated naman yung passport ko kasi di naman ako nag-renew. Pero ipapakita ko sa inyo if ever yung update passport yung option. Sige, tap natin. There. So, you will be asked to capture your passport. So, if ever, nag-renew ka, naka-register ka na dito, and then nag-renew ka, napalitan yung passport number mo, yun yung option mo. Or if ever, nagkamali yung, may mali sa passport details mo na nailagay doon sa sign up procedure earlier, so, pwede mo siyang baguhin dito. Okay? So, for now, skip for now ako. Balik tayo. Pinakita niyo ako. So, balik tayo. Tawalan yung travel. Tapos, click ko naman this time yung yes. Since hindi naman tayo updated. And, ito yung landing page niya. Alright. Again, i-blur ko yung personal details ko kasi nakalabas dyan yung passport number ko. And then, yung travel history ko which was nung nag-Taiwan ako nitong April. So, ayan. Ito yung kagandahan kasi makikita mo rin dito yung travel history mo compared doon sa website nila which is literal na ipapag-login ka lang, create, hindi lalabas yung travel history mo doon. So, much better if you will use the egov.ph app. Okay. So, if ever you are traveling, ayan, may option dyan, new travel declaration. So, tap natin. And then, ito yung next screen niya, guys. So, there will be two options for me, the current user, which is ikaw, or for other, or for family member, or if you're registering for someone else. Okay? So, since ako yung i-register ko, so dito tayo sa for me. And by the way, may reminder dyan, you may only register within 72 hours prior to your arrival or departure in the Philippines. Travelers are enjoined to present their e-travel QR code to flight boarding. Okay? So, mamaya tayo i-discuss yan about the pabalik ng Pilipinas. Okay? So, ngayon, since meron akong travel tomorrow, okay? So, but pwede na ako mag-register kahapon pa kasi 72 hours prior to departure, pwede kang mag-register. So, ayan. So, since may travel tayo tomorrow, and via air tayo, hindi via sea, and then we will be leaving the Philippines. Again, arrival is if you are entering the Philippines. Departure, if you are leaving the Philippines. Kung lalabas ka ng bansa, if nasa Pilipinas ka ngayon, doon ka sa departure. Pero if babalik ka ng Pilipinas, nasa ibang bansa ka, pabalik ng Pilipinas, doon ka sa arrival. Okay? So, since lalabas tayo ng Pilipinas, doon tayo sa departure option, and then press continue. And there you go. So, sagutan nyo lang tong online form. And if nasa website ka, guys, manual mong ilalagay itong mga ito from your first name, middle name, last name, birthday, mobile number. So, as compared to egov.app or egov.ph app, so since nag-register ka, preloaded na yung personal details mo. Okay? So, i-blur ko na lang yung personal details ko and then let's breeze through the online form. Ayan lang siya. So, name, sex, birth date, mobile number, citizenship, country of birth, passport number, and then ang kailangan ko lang sagutan dito is yung passport issued country. Okay? Wait lang, sagutan ko lang to, guys. And be careful kasi ang una dito is month, date, year. So you have to double check kasi sometimes date, month, year. But for other forms, yung iba sa atin sanay mag-start ng date, month. But for this eGov app, kailangan is month, date, year. Okay? And then occupation ko, I set it as worker, laborer. Kasi ito yung may mga options dyan. Agriculture, airline crew, clerical sales, diplomat, domestic helper, entertainer, housewife, military, government personnel, professional, technical, administrative, retired, pensioner, seaman, student, minor, unemployed, and worker or laborer. So, doon tayo sa worker and laborer. Okay? So, yun. After natin masagutan yung first part, we have to press next. Alright. So, ayan. Ang next step naman, since we will be departing via air from the Philippines, so ito yung online form naman kasunod. So, let's breeze through. Travel details, purpose of travel, traveler type, flight information, name of airline, flight number, origin, airport of origin, date of departure. If ever you have connecting flight, just put a tick box. If wala naman, just leave it unchecked. Destination, country of destination, airport of destination, date of arrival, and destination address. And then, hit next. Okay? So, let's check the option ng purpose of travel. So, meron dyan OFW, holiday, pleasure, vacation, convention, conference, education, training, studies, government official mission, health, medical reason, business, professional, visit friends, relatives, work, employment, religion, pilgrimage, incentive, transit, others. So, since ang purpose lang naman natin every travel is holiday, pleasure, vacation, so, yun yung option natin isa-select. Sorry, may tissue ako. Ang init kasi. Alright. So, next, traveler type. Okay, tingnan natin ang mga options. Ayan. Dalawa lang pala. It's either aircraft passenger or flight crew. So, di naman tayo FA, so doon tayo sa aircraft passenger. Then, flight information. Ini-email to ng mga airlines nyo. If ever nagbili na kayo ng ticket, i-email yung confirmation with the flight number. Okay? So, name of airline ko is, ayan, ang dami yan. Lahat ng airline nandito. Pero you just have to select your airline. So, since andun tayo sa budget airline ng Pilipinas, Cebu Pacific. Ayan. And then, flight number. So, let me just retrieve it from my iPad. Okay. So, ang flight number natin, since we will be traveling to Bangkok, Thailand, is 5J929. So, lagay lang natin dyan. 5J929. Ayan. And then, origin is, ayan, dito lahat ng airport sa Pilipinas. So, select mo lang kung saan ka magde-deport. Sorry. Saan ka magde-depart. And, kayo naman yung magsiset nun before purchasing the ticket. So, ako is Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 3, Manila. And then, date of departure, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow is June 16. Wait lang, mag-calendar na lang tayo para sure. Sige, manual na lang. June 16, 2024. Ayan. And then, since wala tayong connecting flight, leave lang natin uncheck yan. Then, country of destination. Thailand pala. Country. Thailand. Airport of destination. Wait lang. Saan nga ba tayo? Suvarnabhumi. Alam ko Suvarnabhumi. Paano ba spelling? Wait lang. Check ko lang sa confirmation. Yep, it's Suvarnabhumi. Ang spelling niya is Suvarnabhumi, pero that was it will be pronounced as silent R. Suvarnabhumi. International Airport. Date of arrival, same day, June 16, 2024. Date of return natin is Saturday next week, That's June 22, 2024. Ayan. Let me just double check. June 16 ang departure. And ang Bangkok to Manila natin is June 20. Okay. Destination address. Nakuha ko na yung kanina. Ayan. So, nilagay ko sa destination address yung hotel address para sure. And then next. Alright. So, now, Philippine Customs. Currency declaration. Ayan. Basahin nyo na lang yan. Pero wala naman akong dalang more than 50,000 pesos. Or more than or equivalent to 10,000 US dollars. Wala rin akong dalang testing or any sorting machines. Wala naman akong mga ganyan. Okay. So, do you have currency to declare? So, magna-note tayo dyan. Kasi wala naman akong ganun kalaking perang dala palabas ng Pilipinas. So, no. Again, don't forget to read the question. Baka mamaya mag-yes kayo doon. Okay, so no yan. So, for customs declaration, ay, wait lang. Parang bago to. Last Taiwan ko ng April, walang pa declaration, lang pa signature. So, let me just sign this. Okay, after you signed it, hit next. Alright, so ngayon, nakita dito yung summary. Yan, review mo lang. Then yung address code during the registration thing. Ayan, holiday version, 99. Transit, destination Thailand, Suvarnabhumi International Airport. 60, customs owner, submit. And then, hit submit. Alright, congratulations, you have successfully submitted. And mag-generate yan ng QR code like this. Pero i-blur ko na lang for my privacy. And you don't need to take a screenshot of this kasi balik tayo sa home. Balik tayo sa travel and then yes. And ayun, yung nilagay ko. Travel history. Papuntang Thailand. So, if kailangan na nila ng QR code, click ko lang yung QR code option dyan. Okay? And that's it, guys. So that's how easy to navigate the e-travel, how to register. Hindi ko na napakita yung registration pero madali lang yon. Just follow the on-screen instructions. And then, ganun lang kadali kung paano ka sasubmit ng e-travel mo if meron kang travel. Again, you can do it 72 hours prior to your departure. So ako, ginawa ko today, bukas ang alis ko. Hindi ko ginawa kahapon kasi wala akong time mag-vlog. Ngayon ako may time mag-vlog and pwede pa naman siya kasi within 72 hours. So, and yeah, and then I've discussed to you kung ano yung difference if ever doon kasi mismong website ng etravel.gov.ph magsasagot compared sa eGov app. Okay? Ang comparison nun is sa eGov app, since may registration kang pagdadaanan, mag-auto-populate doon yung mga personal details mo. So, ang ilalagay mo lang is most likely yung mga additional info na lang. Pero if sa etravel.gov.ph ka, literal na online form, yung sasagutan mo, walang registration doon. And manual mong ilalagay lahat from your name, your address, your birth date, etc. hanggang sa matapos mo. So, medyo mahabang step yung sa egov.gov.ph na website. So, mas madali yan. If may smartphone ka naman, punta ka lang na App Store, Play Store, download the egov.ph. Okay? So, same thing, guys. If pabalik ka ng Pilipinas, doon ka lang, same process lang din. Ang maiiba lang is arrival yung isa-select mo. And then, same din yung online form na makikita mo. And of course, may declaration ulit yan. Since I believe yun na talaga yung kalakaran ngayon kasi nung nag-Taiwan kami, may mga pa-declaration na rin. Hindi lang sa Pilipinas, guys, yung may pa-declaration pati sa ibang bansa. For sure, yun yung standards ng airports. Okay? So, make sure na i-follow nyo lang yung rules para hindi kayo magka-problema. Okay? So, ayun lang guys. So, thank you so much. I believe mapapanood niyo na to habang nasa Thailand na ako. And habang na-enjoy namin, habang gumagawa ako ng content. And abangan nyo yun guys, yung travel. That will be a 1-week stay sa Thailand with my friends. And I'm excited kasi it's my first time to visit Bangkok. And I will do my best to make contents as much as possible. Share ko sa inyo lahat ng mga pwede kong gawing content hanggat kaya ko. So yun lang guys, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell para updated ka sa mga next travel vlogs or anything about travel that I can share. And also don't forget to subscribe or follow me to my social media platforms, to my Facebook page, Instagram page, and yung personal account ko is nakalink naman sa mga yon. Again, this is Martini guys. Thank you so much for watching and watch out for our Bangkok, Thailand vlogs. Bye!